Hello everybody! Today we're going to unpack and take a close-up look at the OXO Good Grips pop storage containers. So we have two sizes of the square shape of the Good Grips pop storage containers from OXO. This is the big square and this is the mini square. The big square has a 1.1 litre capacity and the mini square has a 0.2 litre storage capacity. Now let's go ahead and remove the clear plastic bag from the big square and recycle or reuse that clear plastic bag thoughtfully and keep it away from babies, toddlers and animals. And over here we have the mini square, and we'll do the same thing and remove the clear plastic bag and of course reuse and recycle that bag thoughtfully as well. Okay, so two sizes in the square shape, these two OXO Good Grips pop storage containers. This is the large square or big square, and this is the mini square. Okay, so let's start off by first taking a look at the big square. So the big square has a storage capacity of 1.1 litres and it measures 16 centimeters by 16 centimeters and 8 centimeters high or tall. So just taking a look around this storage container, and you can see that it does have a circle recessed pop button in the middle of the lid, and just taking a closer up look at the details. And of course there is some literature on the inside that's also serving as a bit of a paper insert as well. So just giving you a close-up look at the details. So it is a modular food storage container, and those are the details right there, or specifications or features of that airtight silicone seal lid with that push button handle. And just taking a look at the underside of this big square Good Grips pop storage container, and top down look as well, and giving you a close-up look at that round seal design of the button handle that of course operates that silicone airtight seal that you see right there. That forms part of the lid closure. Okay, so giving you a look actually at the details up close as well at the main body of this BPA-free clear design. So it is modular, and just giving you some idea of the sturdiness of this storage container. So just pressing down, it does only have a little bit of flex, so rather steady, and you can see that it does have raised feet that protrude out from its base to give it a bit of clearance, and of course stackability as well, as of course keeping the underside fairly clean from whatever surface that you rest this storage container on. Okay, so let's push that button on this 1.1 litre capacity food storage container. And just like that, you can see that the button has popped up. And let's see that work again. Let's push that down. And so it does have a very simple operation there. And of course, there's a sticker covering the center of that round or circular button. And it does have a very simple operation. So I'm just going to set it in the middle for now and place my hand on top of it to give you some idea of this 1.1 litre capacity OXO Good Grips pop storage container in the big square shape and size. And now pushing that button again and lifting that lid up. So very simple operation right there, doing it one-handed, and you can see that there is a slight tapering of the button towards the middle from the top to provide grip as well, whether that's an intentional design, perhaps. So right there, giving you an overall look, and of course the silicone seal as well. And I'm just going to press down on the white parts, top and bottom, and you can see it doesn't compress between the top and bottom that way. However, let's press down on that round button and see what happens without it being placed in the main body of the container. So just going to get the camcorder to autofocus again right there so we can see clearly what's happening. So you can see the button has been pressed down. Let's press it, and just to give you some idea, you don't really see any visible difference at all in terms of the silicone seal that goes around the base of the lid as we press down and release. However, placing it onto the main BPA-free body of the storage container, let's put it in and let's see if there's any specific orientation that the lid needs to be fitted onto. So no, it appears that it will operate in any orientation. So you can see right there, one way and the other. Simple pressing down, and I'm holding the container by the lid, and you can see that it has provided a vacuum or airtight seal right there. And of course, if I were to release that pressure and lift the lid, you can see right now lid comes off easy. But using two fingers just to demonstrate and show you that that suction or vacuum is provided with that press of that circular button handle on the lid. So right there, nice and sturdy enough seal. As I pull out, you can see that the lid and body wants to stay together. There's some suction there inside the container. Okay, so I'm going to set that big square pop container on the side, and now let's look at the mini square. So the mini square has a 0.2 liter capacity. It does have the same height, which is 8 centimeters as the big storage container right there, and the sides measure 8 centimeters by 8 centimeters. So it is actually a square by dimensions, so 8 by 8 by 8 centimeters in dimensions or specifications. And taking a look top down, we can see that same round button that's in that lid design. And just taking a look around the details in the paper insert that's in the container, you can see the specifications and features right there. And once again, advertising that functioning of the very, very unique suction system with that silicone airtight lid operated with that circular round button handle that's part of the lid design. So once again, we see the underside, and it is recyclable as well. The body, so the body has a BPA-free design, so bisphenol A free. And we can see that those little feet that extend out from the base to give it a bit of clearance right there. And of course, being modular, you can always stack another of these mini squares on top of each other to keep things nice and organized. So right there, giving you some idea, and resting this mini square with its 0.2 liter capacity in my palm right there, giving you some idea of the size. So, and giving you some idea of the strength and construction. So full plastic, body is BPA free once again. And now let's press on that circle or round button at the top. You can hear that very sharp sounding click and giving you a look in the container itself. You can see that it does have quite a thick construction, just looking at the rim right there to give you some idea. And it does have an easy pour, rounded corners as well. So should you need to pour items out, that should help minimizing any mess. And of course there is that paper insert as well. So I'll pull out the paper insert for both of these so we can have a clearer look as well at the container, as well as maybe the added details and literature that's contained on the inner side of the paper insert. So giving you a clearer look right now. And once again, we see that it does have that very modular and symmetrical design, that the lid can be orientated in any form right there. So any aspect, it will still provide that seal. So I'm just going to pop and rest that Good Grips pop container down just to give you some idea of both of them. And once again, operating that round push button. And right there, it comes off. And we see that tapered button handle design again to provide that grip. So very crisp click, and it does have a strong spring on the inside, as you can hear. Nice strong click. And right there, of course, not push the button down yet. Now, if I were to push the button down to create that vacuum airtight seal with the silicone seal around the container, you can see that it does provide a nice and secure seal to keep your food items fresh or fresher in the container. Now let's remove the paper insert on the inside here, and then we can take a close-up look at the details, but also giving you a look directly into the container as well. So the OXO Good Grips pop storage container, this one is the big square, of course, as I mentioned earlier, having a 1.1 litre capacity. Just taking a look, and you can see the thickness of the material as well, or the BPA body, nice and sturdy right there, and having those rounded corners for easy pouring as well. And you can see that it does have a fill line as well to let you know the maximum filling capacity right there. So it's a very faint line, but nonetheless an indicator line on the inside of the container to let you know the maximum storage capacity right there. Okay, so nice good look overall at the OXO Good Grips pop storage containers in the square shape, also available in other shapes and sizes. So they do have that modular design for stacking. And right there, giving you a look once again. Very simple to operate with that one-handed action. Okay, and of course we want to take a quick look at the literature as well, contained within the OXO Good Grips paper insert that's removed from inside the container. It's right there. This time around, giving you a look outside of the container itself. So with that push button diagram on how to operate it. And right there, some details and of course the barcode. And taking a look on the inside right there, the disassembly instructions in various languages. And of course, some features and specifications of the OXO pop containers, being stackable, so that modular design is there. And right there is the one for the large container, and let's take a quick look at the one for the mini. So the mini has a 0.2 litre capacity. We see that push button diagram again, and let's separate the insert ends, and then we see the details in several languages as to the features and specifications of the OXO storage containers. So now giving you a look at both of these containers side by side, right here in my hand. And let me turn it around so that the text on the push button of both lids are facing upright towards the camera right there. So they both have the same 8 centimeter height. However, the mini square has an 8 by 8 centimeter sides, whereas the large square has a 16 by 16 centimeter side. So right there, the two sizes of the very many different shapes and sizes of the OXO Good Grips pop storage containers. So this one is the mini or mini square with a 0.2 litre storage capacity. And just giving you a look all around once again, but this time, of course, with the insert removed from the container. So right there, giving you an all-around good look, and you can see that it does have that recess on the lid, so that it provides a stable base for another mini square to be stacked on top of it. So that's the modularity with the design of the pop containers, and same thing with the big square right here with its 1.1 litre capacity. So nice and sturdy, of course. That push button seal system that acts as a grip or handle as well. So that's the OXO Good Grips pop storage containers. Thanks for watching and happy storing!